Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots weekend, the show. I'm Mal, your host for this evening, and we've had a busy weekend, haven't we? Yes, not just Grassroots football, but Friday evening we had young commentators with ex-boxer Stephen Swifty Smith. What a brilliant performance for our two young commentators, their first ever celebrity interview, and you know what? I was ecstatic with them. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. We're looking for more. We're looking for Oliver and also Ben to get involved, because that was young Dan, and also Jaden, who took part with Steve on Friday evening, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm sure the parents and the families will be proud of them too, because it was an A1 interview, and it just shows you the things they've learned as they come along, the confidence that's built up. And you know what, I was wondering whether would they be confident, would they be okay with it? 10 out of 10. I think it was 10 out of 10 anyway. I'm sure Steve turned around and said he was only giving a 9 to young Dan because he was a young blue. And hey ho, what happens? Oh, the young blues, yes, they go out and win 3-0, and Liverpool, again, I don't think they performed to the expected level we expect, especially with Nottingham Forest bottom of the league. And hey ho, it was one of those things. So the game against Manchester City, was it really worth it now? Because we've just undone the good, haven't we, of what we expected. But I suppose that's Premier League football. Everyone can beat each other, and what's going to happen after turning around when the World Cup comes? Teams, injuries, being tired, or will it happen? Anyway, Man City still look too strong for anyone, don't they? Regardless. Anyway, off the Premier League, sorry Blues, I'm not going to go on about it. On to Grassroots football. Wherever you've been, I hope it's been absolutely fantastic and you've enjoyed yourselves. And when I say enjoyed yourselves, I hope it was more positives than negatives, if any negatives whatsoever. It's been great weather. Today was a bit rainy. What more could you ask for? We can't complain. We've had some fantastic weather over the last few weeks since Grassroots football has returned, and just a rainy day put a little dampener on things, but people got on with it. There was loads of brollies up, and it was just getting used to the rain again. But I'm sure the kids on the grass pitches loved their performances because they got a bit of mud on them, and I haven't seen that for ages and ages. Anyway, well done to everyone who turned up at the North Liverpool JFL, also at the Wanton Caretail JFL today. Brilliant, thanks to Kev Moore as well. I did say last night, wasn't it? Last night should have been young commentators on Friday night, and Kev Moore, thanks very much Kev Moore, for Saturday evening show. And it was great. Young referee, Kev. Anyway, we talked about Grassroots football, and we got on a little bit, and it was great to see a referee coming into the studio and talking, I wouldn't say negative, I thought everything about it was positive. Great interview. Another great interview too we've had this week. Now you've got me on the third one, just to give you an update on everything that was great through the week, and especially Friday and Saturday with all you referees. Any problems, you know where it is, or how to get in touch. mal@don'ttexttheline.com. Add me as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites. 1 second. You know when your throat starts itching and haven't got a cuppa, have you noticed? Anyway, let's just hope we get through all this without an itchy throat. And just to give us some information about your own team, you can get in touch with me. As I say, you've just been in touch. Get me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites, as I've just said. And, you know, it's nice to hear other stories. It's nice to hear positive stories rather than negative. What was your games like today? Not just in the Walton Caretail where we were out and about. What was it like wherever you played, whatever league you were in? I'd love to hear your stories. And I'd love to give you a good shout out as well, because we do think there's far too many negatives over social media, yes, because that's where it all happens. That's where we all play our games, that's where we all have a conversation now. No one's picking the phone up and talking, it's all, I do suppose it's good for the old exercise when you're all typing out. That's about it. Maybe it's helping all the kids with their spelling, but I doubt it very, very much. Have you seen all the texts now and all the mate, I know M8, you know, all this, and are we really learning to spell? I'm sure teachers will take over that part of things anyway. But Football, we all know how to spell that, don't we? Because the boots are all laced up, tied up, and on they go, and the kids are looking, well, superb. And I've just got to mention here, well done to Club DXTL FC under sevens. Done us proud on Saturday. Great win, and again today under Quarry Green, another great win as well. Great performance there, River Juniors and Quarry Green. And also on the Saturday we had a great performance from Crosby Stewart under sevens, and it was a great, two great battles, I must admit, and it was lovely to see the teams having a little go. Great managers, that's what it's all about, you know, because they're all just encouraging the kids to play football. Unfortunately, they had to referee, or we had to have a ref ourselves rather than a referee, and that was the only dampener on the game. But the two referees were brilliant. What more would you say? Let the kids get on with it and let the kids enjoy it, play football, no animosity whatsoever from the touchlines or the sidelines on that game, which was fantastic. We do have issues. We're a club, after all, in grassroots football. These problems will get ironed out, we know that. Just like everyone in grassroots football, we all sort our problems out together, work together and make a difference together. And so long as the kids are enjoying themselves and playing the football that they love to be playing, smiley faces, all come out unscathed of the game, that's great, that's what it's all about. And mums and dads talking, and encouragement is key. That is a positive all round. We need to see a lot more clapping. And I don't know, what is it? Silent sidelines will be coming up soon. I know that. I think that's in is it October or November? I think that started off in Ireland, where I don't think you're allowed to shout, but you may be allowed to clap. I'm not too sure how that one. But me, I'm all for passion in grassroots football. That's what we do in the Premier League, isn't it? We all shout, we all scream, we all let off a bit of steam. How's that? But yeah, so long as it's not negative, that is part and parcel of it. You know, I'm all for passion if it's positive passion. By that I'm saying encouragement, clapping, not sideline referees, not sideline coaches, people who are getting involved in the game, people who are starting to shout in the game, telling people where to be, kids where to play when the coaches have already done that. That's what we want. Let the kids enjoy themselves, and they will, you know, they'll open up and you'll see them smiling and working together, and that is called team effort. And the parents can be a team as well. All they have to do is encourage, and that's what we portray our campaign on: encouragement, supporting the kids, fair play. It's all about enjoyment and development. And someone asked me today about the development, saying, you know, development leagues, kids go into the development leagues. Not every kid is a good player to develop. Some kids will go on, you can see the difference within children, and they develop them themselves, and that's why leagues come into it, and they change after halfway stage, and they put the medium, higher level, lower level, if that's what you want to say. That's how they're running things all together to try and balance all the games out, to make it a little bit fairer for every team, so they can all enjoy a game at their level, whatever their level is. And you know, it's got to be a good thing, but so long as all the kids are getting the normal game time, or I keep going on about this game time is hard, you know, because before you can encourage the kids, you like that on your alarm, looking, dear me, they all had enough time, quick, get the subs on and off, and you're concentrating full balled on that one, aren't you? You're like, whoa, make sure that the kids get equal time. And they'll still moan at you when they come off anyway. I might sub again, and really every single one of them are subs. If you've got 7 players and 5 aside, they can't grasp it, they can't get into it, they can't get hold of it. They just think, why am I coming off? But anyway, I'm sure they'll understand it as they get older and older. And so long as we're not getting any sin bins, and the kids are playing well, and the referees are happy with the performance, and the referees are also happy with the performance from the sidelines, then that makes this club happy. We need to make a difference. We all need to work together. As I say, there's too many negatives within grassroots football. Let's all turn it around. Let's make it positive. I don't know why we're not making it positive. We're supposed to work together as a family, as a football family, as a normal family on the field of play, off the field of play. Stop having a go at the referees. start playing a game of football. Is it really all about winning at all costs? It's nice to win. If you don't, you don't. Simple as that. You can't win every single game, and no one is to blame whatsoever at any result. No referee to blame, no child to blame, no parent to blame, unless those parents do go over the top. That's where we need to draw the line, because if you're not encouraging and you're irate, then really should you be in grassroots football? You've got to take a back seat. You've got to understand that these are children. You cannot live your lives through those kids. You really, really can't. We all need to work together. We all have a duty of care to protect the children and to protect the referees and everyone involved in grassroots football. We should all be working together to make a difference, to make it more positive, not negative. And talking about being positive, I got a text yesterday from Andrew Hill, and he's had some messages off the referees. It's all by the referees, and I must admit I liked it because it's a positive story, and I'm not too sure though, because in the message it wasn't a league, and I'm hoping it is at the Jeffrey Humble. If not, Andrew, could you send me a message, let me know what league this is in, because I've read through it and I'm looking, I'm going, what league was this in? And obviously they're under 14s. I'm saying obviously, it's not obviously, because you don't really get that much positive feedback. We need more and more of it. And I'd just like to round of applause, a shout out for the under 14s who, River Juniors, Mayors, this is the report that we've had back, and Andrew wanted to tell us fair play, sportsmanship, what more, compassion, great support. So it was River Juniors Mayor versus Longworth JFC, and that's under 14s. And also on that list are under 11s, Pilkington versus Aintree Ajax. Well done to those teams as well. Pilkington versus Aintree Ajax. And we've had the report that they're saying that the parents' behaviour was immaculate, the players' behaviour was immaculate, the managers immaculate. Everyone in those games were really sporting and supportive, as well as the referees. And to referees to send that in makes a difference, because as we say, there's no room for any abuse whatsoever in any grassroots game, any football leagues. We need to take that out of the game so the kids can enjoy it more, the parents can enjoy it more, and the referees can certainly enjoy it more. And it's music as well to our committees, because you've got to understand with those committees, they don't get the praise that they deserve. They never ever do. And the praise we're talking about, I've come to the end of the show, is go and support your committee members as well, because the work they do behind the scenes is just unbelievable. They're making sure you get a referee, making sure you've got a pitch marked out, making sure you're there on time, making sure the kickoffs are on time. There's a million things they do, and then they have to sit like Marjorie Proops. And if you're not that age, I think most of the committee members will know where I'm going from with here, because you have to listen to 1,000,001 stories of what went on during the game. Was it bad? Was it positive? Was it negative? 99.9% of the time, the complaints from either parents or managers about other teams. But we need to nip that in the bud, and as we've just been saying in these messages, let's get everyone singing off the same song sheet, working together, developing together, and making a difference for our kids, because they are our future in society as a whole, aren't they? We need to protect them, we need to make sure they've got great attitudes and their mindset is on good behaviour on and off the field of play. What more could we say? It's all about the kids enjoying themselves. It's all about, that's why we're there. We can help them. We can help them to enjoy themselves. We can encourage them. And as I said in many messages, and I've always said it, we were all children once. We were all out there, and we all know what we like best, whether it be football, golf, table tennis, whatever sport that you were taken in by, whatever one that you wanted to participate in. If it was a sport, it may have been tiddlywinks, I don't know, chess, whatever game you played as a child. What did you deserve or like most about the encouragement you got? And you must have had some negative things fed back to you, things that you probably still remember, things that you don't want to remember, but you always, always, always remember the encouragement that you had, if you had any at all. It was always positive and it made you feel good, didn't it? That's what we're trying to say. It's grassroots football, it's kids football, yet we have the amateur games as well. That's a different story to what we see at kids football, because many of those adults who play the amateur game as well, adult games, have come to watch their son, daughter, friend's daughter, son, they all come along to watch them play, so they all become a spectator on that day. And those spectators should walk away happy that their kids have just had a game of football, regardless of the score, win, lose or draw. There's always another game not far away, and in kids football there's a million tournaments that you always get, isn't it? A million tournaments. There's loads of games, and you can see when the kids have played in a tournament, the tiredness drives into them. And we ask those questions again. Some people tell you that the kids can play too much football, they're on burnout, they're travelling all over the country, some of these on academies, just to go and see what their academies see. They put them through a grueling test as well, give them some football, so it's non-stop for the kids, and especially if they like the football, and if they don't, they'll no doubt tell you. But we just need to be positive with their attitudes, positive for all the kids. If they're tired, you can tell, don't shout at them, don't sort of put them through any pain barriers, just applaud them and tell them how well they've done over the weekend. And the kids who play for DXTL, honestly, absolutely fantastic. They give their all right through the weekend. They really, really did. And you've got to respect them for that. They're only kids. Ours are only 6 years of age, under 7s. And we just want to make sure that they go home safe and well and look forward to their next game and meeting up with us if they don't have training. Honestly, it's a big, big thing, grassroots football, and so is positive behaviour. We only do positive. That's the message from the FA. That should be the message from every grassroots football team in the country, and every club and every committee, all working together, all giving a positive attitude on and off the field of play. In a real world, that's what we say, that would be fantastic. We are supposed to be in a real world, but it doesn't always happen like that. How many leagues out there can honestly put hand on heart and say they've never had a problem with an irate parent or spectator? I bet you the answer is a massive zilch naught. I bet you. And if you're a league who tells us that you've never ever had a problem with an irate parent, then please, you send every detail out as to why, and an explanation as what we could do, and give us some tips on how we can all clear that up. And you can send that to me as well, mal@don'ttexttheline.com. I'd love to see it, love to hear it, but I just don't believe over the years, no matter how many years you've gone, months, you'll always have a problem, and we've all got to work it out and fix it together. And the way forward is to make sure in every club that you have no irate parents. Please, all work together. Everyone just wants to work together. You shouldn't have anyone overshouting a coach, overshouting a referee, overshouting a manager. It should be positive. Leave the kids to play and enjoy themselves at the football. And you know what? Home life would be a lot better. Those kids will be enjoying it, looking forward to it. We need to see a difference. We need to see attitudes good, and we need to see a lot of fair play on and off the field of play. No sideline referees, no sideline coaches. Let's just make a difference in grassroots football and all applaud with passion as one. We need the encouragement as one. That's what we need. We've got about 30 seconds left of the show. So if you lot out there can promise me week in, week out that you'll go out there to support the kids, and that includes us managers, that really does, just to get out there and make a difference and keep the kids happy, playing football, and just keep them busy. There's loads of sport and activities. It's not every child that chooses football. We'd still love to hear your stories about irate parents at Morris stands and any sport that you take your child to. And even the rugby, come on, how different is it? We do know it still happens there on the sidelines, and we don't need any irate parents, spectators whatsoever at our games, at our sporting games. Let us make sure that whenever we go out to grassroots football, we make sure that we take good behaviour with us. It's our responsibility. First and foremost, us adults for the kids are their role models, not your Premier League footballers. That comes second. It's your adults, it's your mums, your dads, your brothers, your sisters, your aunties, your uncles, your granddads, your nans. Every one of you are all role models to that child. And if we can be a role model week in, week out, showing good behaviour, then we've cracked it. Grassroots football will be back big time with a friendly attitude all around. Let's be positive. I'll see you next weekend, but first and foremost we'll have Friday with our young commentators, but on the Saturday and Sunday hope to be out and about, and I'll see you there, and we can always have a chat about it. Give us your positive stories and I'll give you a mention on DXTL TV from the touchlines and also SoundCloud. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, have a great rest of the weekend. I know it's back to work tomorrow. Enjoy it, and we'll see you on Friday evening with young commentators. From myself, man, Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show. Don't cross the line, respect programme, Hearts of Gold, and that's it. We'll see you Friday at 7 PM. Good night, God bless.